Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economics Updates Friday morning, the 3rd of October 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good morning. Dinar recaps. Taiwan considers high-tech strategic partnership with United States. As Taipei and Washington negotiate tech, tariffs, and investment, the choices made could signal a shift from the old trade balance toward new models of alignment and control. What's on the table? Filled Circle. Taiwan is in talks with the U.S. to form a high-tech strategic partnership aimed at reducing the 20% tariff on Taiwanese exports and expanding semiconductor cooperation. Filled Circle Vice Premier Cheng Li-Chien leads the discussion. The Taiwan model would expand U.S. production capacity through Taiwanese investment without relocating the bulk of Taiwan's supply chains. Filled Circle. The U.S. reportedly floated a 50-50 chip production split, which Taiwan has firmly rejected. Filled Circle. Taiwan is pushing for industrial credit guarantees, joint clusters, and tariff reform to give the partnership structure and financial backing. Filled Circle. Meanwhile, Taiwan chipmaker TSMC is investing $165 billion in U.S. capacity, Arizona, but maintains that core production stays in Taiwan. Why it matters? This agreement could redefine supply chain power. Instead of offshoring, Taiwan would anchor U.S. capacity via investment, shifting influence outward. Taiwan preserves its core sovereignty and technological edge, resisting demands to move production. The U.S. gains a more secure, partially onshore semiconductor base to reduce exposure to geopolitical risk. Out with the old, in with the new, financial and strategic implications. Small diamond reinventing tech leverage. Rather than trade wars or tariffs as blunt tools, this partnership shapes new interdependence models: investment, cluster development, credit guarantees. Small diamond capital flows and credit structures. To support new industrial clusters, funding must move: loans, guarantees, venture funds, investment banks, possibly outside traditional Western channels. Small diamond currency and settlement impact. If payment and settlement for this partnership can be conducted using non-USD mechanisms, e.g. local currency credits or regional systems, it would chip away at dollar dominance in technology trade corridors. Small diamond institutional significance. Strategic alignments like this carve new spheres of influence. Taiwan engaging deeply with the U.S. through tech, not just diplomacy, signals where future global alignments may lie. Why this matters? Key takeaway. Taiwan and the U.S. are not just discussing trade. They're scripting a new template for industrial alliance in the tech era. By balancing sovereignty with integration, Taiwan is crafting a model that might outlast the old trade frameworks. This negotiation isn't incremental. It's part of the tectonic shifts of power and finance unfolding today. Humanity over hostility. Seoul seeks family reunions with the North. Seoul's push to reconnect divided families may appear humanitarian, but it also signals deeper undercurrents of shift. Out with old antagonisms, in with new diplomatic and financial realignments. What's happening now? Filled Circle. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung called on North Korea to resume family reunions for those separated by the Korean War, especially ahead of the Chuseok holiday. Filled Circle. Approximately 36,000 South Koreans have requested reunion chances via the Unification Ministry, many aging and hoping to see long-lost relatives. Filled Circle. The last such reunions were held in 2018, after which inter-Korean talks deteriorated and the physical facility used for reunions in North Korea was dismantled. Filled Circle. Lee framed reunions as a humanitarian responsibility, transcending politics, urging that even amid hostility, basic human connection must persist. Why it matters? Soft power in action. Unlike military posturing, this move appeals to public sentiment, bridging distance emotionally before policy. Signaling intent. By raising this agenda early in his term, Lee indicates that he seeks a new posture in inter-Korea engagement. Diplomatic leverage. Reunions could become a bargaining chip in broader diplomacy: nuclear talks, sanctions relief, or development aid. Undercurrents of change. When societies break from entrenched hostility toward engagement, it can precede systemic shifts in alliances, trade, and financing. Out with old, in with new. In the financial sphere, small diamond economic channels follow emotional ones. Restoration of people-to-people ties often leads, over time, to resumption of trade, infrastructure cooperation, and cross-border investment. The reunions are a soft opening to new flows. Small diamond alternative financing and partnership opportunities. If reconciliation deepens, South Korea, and possibly third-party states, might structure financial or development deals outside Western-led institutions, for example, partnerships with China, Russia, or even via BRICS mechanisms. Small diamond reframing legitimacy and authority. By taking the moral high ground, Seoul can assert narratives that don't depend solely on US backing or UN sanctions regimes. It's about rebuilding legitimacy through empathy as much as power. Small diamond institutional gray zones. Reunions blur the line between humanitarian and political. Entities like the Red Cross, UN, and NGOs may play larger roles, bypassing rigid state-to-state diplomacy. That opens space for institutions beyond the old bilateral models. Why this matters, key takeaway. Reviving family reunions isn't just about kindness. It's a step toward reweaving ties that ideology severed. In doing so, Korea edges toward new diplomatic and economic architectures, challenging old hostility and opening doors to reshaped alliances and financial paths. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: dinarrecaps.com